Sunshine do buckaroos, how the heck are you? Still working through some of my vacation beers. This is the Plead the 5th Russian Imperial Stout from Dark Horse Brewing. Pairs well with spicy food, pungent cheese, and justice for all. Yes, it does. All of those things. Anyway, I digress. Pitch black in color with a faint tan that immediately identifies this beer as big. Aromas of dark fruits, chocolate, caramel, and roast also make it even bigger. Roast coffee aroma and fruity chocolate notes are just the beginning of the stout's complex flavor. If this is wrong, we don't want to be right. Let me show you that can. I can't get Dark Horse here in Missouri. So I picked this up just before we crossed the river on our way home from vacation. Got it poured in my little snifter here. That's how I like a beer like this. Typically like to get a sifter where I can pour about half if it's a 12-ounce can. My wife found these neat little glasses with the shamrocks on them. I can't remember what state she found these in now. I can't remember if you got them here or in Ohio or...
I think I got them here.
It's all running together now.
No, I got them in Indiana.
Indiana?
Yeah. Indianapolis.
Oh, that's delicious. Yeah, I didn't think I had them here before we left, but then I wasn't remembering.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's delicious. Big nose, as they said. A lot of roast. You might get some dark chocolate, might get some coffee, some dark fruits, perhaps. I don't know if they still make it. I haven't bought it in a long time. I haven't seen it in a long time. But 100 years ago, when I was working nights for the evil empire, sometimes I'd buy one of those Cadbury fruit and nut bars, those big ones, and that would take me through the whole night. I have a little bit at each break, dark chocolate, raisin, nuts, and that's kind of the flavors that I'm picking up here. Well, anyway, that's the memory that it invoked, let's just say that. I forget how much I like Dark Horse because I put a bunch in the cart and I said, oh, that's a lot, and I thought about putting some back, and I said, screw it, just buy it. Well, I'm glad I did. Boy, I just really love their products. I love their big IPAs and the big stouts. Oh. It's not quite weather for this kind of beer, but we're almost there, and I was kind of in the mood. I've been drinking a lot of IPAs, and it's cooling down a little bit. I thought, well, it is time for just a nice big beer. I didn't read the ABV later. I know it's on here, or earlier, I mean. 11%, 41 IBUs. Now, I also have Plead the 5th some more, which I did for our and the Chaser show with Jersey Johnny and the Beer Samurai. But I wanted to have this one here. I hadn't done a video for just this one. Nice mouthfeel, very smooth, velvety. A lot of big roasted malt going on. For me, again, I get a hint of dark chocolate with a very dark roast coffee or an espresso note, if you will. Oh, man. This is really good, man. Several years ago when I was doing a lot of videos, there was a time when I had like a month had a month of videos backlogged or in the queue on YouTube. And then I kind of quit doing that, quit doing quite as many. And then a couple years ago when I got StreamYard, I started doing mostly live video because I kind of like the medium of just live with no edits. But since we got back from vacation and I've got all these beers, I really ought to focus on one at a time, and whiskeys for that matter. So I thought I'd do individual videos for each. And right now I've got about a week in a hopper. I don't think I'll get back to where I have a month again because that was too much. Bogged down to memory. But I want to get some of these individuals done. I really like Dark Horse. I've got to go to the other side of the river to pick them up. We picked them up at a Randall's in, was it Fairfield?
Fairview Heights.
Fairview Heights. I keep getting those confused. Fairview Heights, Illinois, just before you cross the river. I'd like to return to Collinsville because we didn't really explore that area a lot. We hit the old Herald, though. I like to get back there, but the area looked rather interesting. I think there's some other things there I wouldn't mind revisiting, or visiting for the first time, I guess. There was an Irish pub not far from the old Herald, but I really wanted to hit that old Herald at the time. I did buy one bottle of whiskey there, but I haven't opened it yet. Some of them I'm hanging on to see when there might be when I might be able to share with some friends or a holiday coming up. But typically I usually wait a certain amount of time. Then I said, okay, screw it, I'm going to open it now. If things don't come to pass, I said, okay, I'm going to open it anyway. Let me pour some more beer in here. This glass didn't hold quite half, but I did like the way it looked in that glass. That nice head there. This particular beer would pair very well with most of the whiskeys that I brought home. I think it would pair very well with the Hard Truth Sweet Mash Rye and then the Neely family straight bourbon whiskey. The single barrel straight bourbon whiskey would pair beautiful with. Got just a tiny bit of this one left that I've had for over a year. It's Turcano single malt. No, that's not true. I bought it. I forgot when I bought it. No, I picked this one up January 2nd, so I haven't had it quite a year. I had to remember when I picked it up. I was thinking I bought it last year. No, I picked this one up in Tulsa. But the reason I brought that bottle up was because I need to use this glass to one of these. We've got a few of them. I'm going to use one of my Shamrock glasses to finish it up. The flavors here are just gorgeous. I feel like I'm getting a little hint of molasses in there, like some very dark brown sugar. And I think I might be channeling that Plead the Fifth some more because I feel like I get just that very light marshmallow note. Which is maybe why they converted that beer to the s'more, because it already had that slight hint of marshmallow-like sweetness. Because, yeah, you gotta get that illusion of a roasted marshmallow. And if you're like me, you like to toast the living hell out of that marshmallow. No, I'm not one of those light brown. No. Oh yeah, I charred a living shit out of that booger. So it's like molten lava when you bite into it, and that's the flavor that memory that came back just now. Now pour the rest of that in there, and one last time, cilantro. Let me give you this can one more time. Plead the Fifth, Russian Imperial Stout. Make sure the front there. Give you the side with all the particulars on it if you want to freeze that frame so you can read that and see it for yourself. There we go. 11%. Yeah, it's a big bad mamma jamma. It ain't playing, man. Anyways, I digress. Oh. I let this warm up a little bit before I popped it. I've kind of let it, I poured it, take a picture, waited a little bit. This is a beer you really want to warm. I'm going to say 55 to 60, but I've got friends out there that might even say 60, 65. But I'm going to say 55 to 60. Because as it has warmed before me, those big roasty malt notes, those subtle flavors have really came out. Aromas and flavors, so there you go. I am Tom the Beer Whisperer, beer evangelist, prolific beer drinker, purveyor of wisdom, man. All right, good guys. Thanks for tuning in, guys.